River State High Court, sitting in Port Harcourt, the state capital, on Monday, issued an exparte order of interim injunction, barring the Chief Judge of the state and the Clerk of the State House of Assembly from dealing with the Martins Amaewhule-led State House of Assembly. The order issued by Justice Jumbo Stephen also prevented them from dealing with Amaewhule and 26 others as members of the Assembly and from acting on any resolutions, articles of impeachment, or communications from them. The suit was filed by the Attorney General of the state as the first plaintiff and the Governor of the state, Similaye Fubara, as the second plaintiff against Amaewhule and 26 others. As the first set of defendants and Victor Jumbo and others, CJ of the state, Clerk of the State House of Assembly, and the People's Democratic Party as second sets of defendants. The court also ordered all parties to maintain status quo ante litem as of July 5, 2024, until the motion for an interlocutory injunction is heard and determined. The court, however, adjourned to July 15, 2024 for the motion on notice for interlocutory injunction. Dr. Emmanuel, very quickly, because we're out of time, what is your take on this? Well,
it is necessary that they do what they are doing.
All right.
Unfortunately, the judiciary has turned to the field where everybody comes to play the kind of ball they want to play. Like I said before, the pioneer of this course, his intention, and that's the news I'm talking about, his intention is nothing but impeaching the governor.
All right.
So that fight he will keep pursuing. And of course, the governor will keep doing his own defense, and this is part of the kind of defenses you expect from him to do.
All right. Barrister Sims, what is your take?
My take on this is that I want to say with due respect that that particular court has erred again, and I know that if this matter goes on appeal, and that order will be vacated, you can see what we are talking about in Nigeria today. The same pattern Justice Wale used is the same pattern he's using, and the Court of Appeal has said, if you have an interlocutory, which you are fixed for 15, today is what? Today is 9, that is next week. Next week. That is when you'll be taking that interlocutory, which is motion or notice. That interlocutory is that you have given and served the other parties for them to respond. You know, fair hearing, etc. Instead of you waiting for that particular interlocutory to be taken, you are now, by a motion exparte, which lasts for 7 days, that's at the maximum, you know, restraining them again. If these people now appeal again to the Court of Appeal, Court of Appeal is going to repeat the same thing and say, hey, there was no extreme emergency or urgency in this part of this thing, that you couldn't have waited till 15th, which is next week. 15th is Friday, Monday next week. Today is Tuesday. So they said that there was no, if there was an emergency, they would have said there was no real emergency. Because Monday to this week and Monday next week is 5 and 6. So it's an exercise of futility. That's number one. Number two is that if you want to restrain the CJ or the Clerk of the House, then you are dabbling into parliamentary for them not to do their job. And if you go to that same section, 100 or 101 down, you are going to see that there is what we call ouster of court, that the proceedings of impeachment, because he's scared that they will impeach him, the proceedings of impeachment of a governor or a president cannot be challenged by, you know, by the courts. How they go about it. I'll give you Inakoju against Adeleke. You have Balarabe Musa against the House of Assembly Kaduna State. Then you now have Adegbero against Akintola in 1963 or 65. As case, I'm citing Supreme Court cases, so you could go and read. For those who want to know about it. Then you now have Inaya Abaribe, you know, versus the state, etc. as case may be, where situations like this happen, trying to stop, and they went ahead and did their job. So that is my final take on this, and I believe that we have to show some respect for each other, even while we're on television. If not 100% respect, but a modicum of it. So that people will understand what we are talking about.
All right.
Shouting is like we are talking like barbarians, and that will not help issues.